going to be great. Hey, there we go.
I think they're going to be pretty impressed when they see me.
This
So-
is equipment, so we need to get some Iron Brew.
I
this
just want you to
equipment
know
make
we take this
podcast
stuff
running.
seriously and we really appreciate it. And that was incredibly nice. But just it goes right back into what we're doing.
That's
here. So-
but it is sponsoring to help us run this show.
If
so
you're cool
Yoshi, we
with
appreciate
helping us up our production and helping us improve the quality of everything we do, Rad Company, then that's then you've done
donate,
that.
have
Then
fun.
Donate.
We appreciate it.
We
It
don't
means a lot.
expect it. You don't have
Nope.
to do that by
No.
any means at all.
We also take donations in the form of shipments to the Rag Company, 5430 West State Street, Boise, Idaho 83703. We do like Iron Brew, and we prefer Iron Brew Extra. You know what we guys need to do? We
Good
need to
luck
create an
finding that
Amazon
around
wish
here.
list for the Rag Company podcast.
Okay.
There's like a new car on there.
But you never know. We may
Wow.
have a wealthy listener that wants us to help out. You know, we've gotten treats from the Davis family.
They have amazing.
That was
treats.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful, delicious. I've gotten headphones from a listener. Wonderful, exciting. Helps
so
me
many
on my
sweet
days
people.
when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
got some dank
we did some Greg Masterson's
marijuana scented
marijuana
air
scented
freshener.
air freshener that we
It's,
put in all of Dane. We poured it in Dane's office.
It smells like a lot of things, but if I'm honest, I don't think it smells like
No.
weed.
How do you know that, Dane?
We've got, what else have we gotten?
Just saying I know.
Hans has sent us handfuls of Stroop waffles.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable amounts of Stroop waffles.
Fisherman's friends. we've
Fisherman's
gotten
friends from
Yeah.
Didrik got us these wonderful gloves for the winter. So excited to be able to use
Yeah,
these.
that was incredibly thoughtful as well.
So we've got friends from all over the world. We appreciate everything you guys do for
I'm
us.
spilling all over
And
myself.
let's get this
jeez.
party started.
Yeah. All right. Looking up at the top of the comments here, we've got Bait Addict. Sup, Bait Crew? He
Sup,
says.
dude?
And wanted to ask a question regarding a ceramic coatings.
Say when you're washing with O&R, just because the way that you need to flood the surface with water, one, to see the hydrophobic properties of it. So that's what I usually do, is just like, you know, I can tell in certain spots, like say on the Elantra, I'm reaching the limit. I had gloss coat on it, and I'm almost at the limit of about 20 months on it. It's a 24-month coating, and I'm starting to see areas in which it is starting to fail, which realistically I'm in the lifespan of it. The
Yeah.
car sits outside every day. It's
Yeah.
washed maybe once a month, and it gets bead maker on top. The bead maker's doing a great job at keeping it glossy, shiny, slippery.
Yeah.
But the coating underneath, you know, went for about a year or so, year and a half without bead maker on it. So it's been needing a little love. About a year, I think, is
Sure.
what it went with.
Yeah.
But it was, that's just something that you can do at home, or go to a car wash and spray it off. That's the easiest way. A self-serve wash, get a pressure washer, use your hose, any of that kind of stuff. Now, my wife's car, on the other hand, the Inspiration, is a 3-year coating.
Yeah.
Has always had bead maker since its inception of putting that coating on. I spray that car with a hose, once every 2 months, and it is amazing to watch the water beading action of the vehicle still in effect.
Yeah.
Even after I've foamed it with a clarifying soap or something, rinse it off to watch how well water still is repelled on that. So that's when I know that the coating is still doing its job.
Now, how I know that Inspiration is still in my car is because my high spots are still there. No? Anybody else think
for
that's
those
funny?
not familiar with using
I did, that was funny.
Inspiration,
I don't ever see your high spots.
it's
See,
not
I
a
do,
coating
'cause I know
for
exactly where they are.
beginners. I wouldn't recommend it to somebody who's literally applying their first coating.
Dane, I did it in a dark garage where I thought the scan grip would be the only thing I needed, and it turns out I needed a lot more than that.
Yeah,
I
you
needed
do need a
some-
lot of light with that coating.
Yeah.
All right, Rectandle. So whoop. Did you guys read my note that I left in my order today? Would you use Optimum Power Clean on seats and carpet, or would you prefer to use a shampoo? So Rectandle, we did not see.
I did not see your note.
Just take it out of Dane.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Thanks, Dane.
appreciate it, Dane.
Neat.
Jason Davis. Wow, nice, Yoshi.
Yeah, that was super
it was
nice.
really great of you, bud. Appreciate it. That's nice. Nick
Grooms.
Grooms. Go for it.
Oh, man, we got some OGs in here already. Luke, Bait, Hans, going to be good. It's
Yeah,
always,
it's always
it,
good.
What is it not good?
Yeah.
Always good.
I don't think we've had a bad Q&A.
No,
No.
we've never had a bad Q&A. We've had a
always-
lot of fun Q&As.
Yeah. Mostly they've gotten crazy. They've
Yeah.
gotten super deep and
Weird.
weird. And I love it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So, Tonezors, when are you getting a Wash Wednesday with Sydney out at her shop? I want to see her eco-focused process. Oh,
That's
I've
a good
never done
idea.
a Sydney Wash Wednesday.
We've
He's
never
saying
done a
when,
city-
like we were
we've-
planning to do it, but
so,
actually I hadn't.
Sydney
considered that.
told me that eventually she wanted to get a Hellcat.
Yeah.
She said
I
maybe.
She's
believe
got one in her
that.
shop today.
And
As
so
evidenced by her stories.
I think it'd be really cool once she gets her Hellcat. We go out and do it then.
They already have
Yeah.
a 392 Charger.
It's just not fast enough.
But the Hellcat is just one step beyond that.
I think what doesn't her Charger have what 400, 500
Yeah.
horsepower?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's healthy.
Yeah,
But you know
they want
the-
that red key, that 700
Yeah.
horsepower red key.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Okay.
Well, they almost
So-
bought a Hellcat, and then they realized that when they went and drove them, they're like, we're never going to be able to drive this to its potential. So they bought
Nobody
the
does.
392.
Yeah, Sydney
that was
said-
a very responsible.
That was what she
choice.
said. I
Sydney
remember
said
that
she
day.
She was just thinking about it. So Focus RS
Yeah.
says, "Can I foam Fisherman's Friends?"
I'm sure you
Absolutely,
could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Jason
mean,
Davis says
seafoam,
You can foam
perhaps.
any liquid. So there you
Yeah.
go. Nick Grooms wants to know he's going to put Iron Brew in his IK foamer next time then. I
Okay,
say, Nick,
Iron Brew
great
will
idea.
foam. If
Yeah.
that doesn't foam,
It will
then
got
definitely
some right here
foam.
This is
for everybody
obviously
here.
a
That'll
faulty drink.
aerate for sure.
So one thing I'd like to point out about Iron Brew is that I've noticed that after we've drank them and had empty bottles, right, there's been like residual Iron Brew on the sides of these that have dried out and beginning
have you been drinking it?
to harden. So is that happening inside of our body?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Well, you got
Break up with
so
Liz.
Liz is he needs to sell.
Pretty much everything.
Well, he basically lost the house.
yeah.
He's selling the cars mostly so that he can pay rent at his parents' house.
Now you're wondering, you're probably wondering, like, Dane, you weren't actually legally married to Liz. How would she have any, stake in your
Fun
house?
fact.
Never ever
she didn't
pinky
have-
swear.
Yeah, apparently that's legal binding.
This
Yeah.
look out.
He didn't know that.
Yeah,
Actually,
dang.
it was because they were living in sin.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the other
they
thing
were-
too is
She got the
Dane-
house. It's a very
yeah.
old rule.
Dane's dishwasher that he got, that newest
Yeah,
dishwasher,
that technically counted as a marriage proposal.
and that stayed at the house.
So, yep.
Oh,
So
boy.
not
we
going
lost
with
that
Dane.
too.
So Dane is selling his Miata. He is selling his Volvo V50 R design without
Well,
a Chilton
like
manual.
we said, his parents asked for first and last month's rent in his old bedroom, which is the price of the Miata.
And with the
So
prices of Boise rent skyrocketing,
it is.
right?
It's getting there. It's the price of the Miata. So he's
Dane
selling the
is-
Miata mostly to move back in with his folks.
I'm
and
picturing
then-
a comment somebody's typing up right now saying laughs in California.
So Dane has to. It's very sad. We're very happy that he's here, though, and that he was able to make his way into work.
Yeah.
Just
All
don't
of us
look
here
under my desk. You might
were
find a
shocked
pillow
and
there.
surprised as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I was taken aback, especially when we're on the eve of your wedding.
Yeah.
We've got 1 week to go,
Yeah.
and
He's
you know,
selling all of his stuff to be able to buy me a wedding gift, and
which
that's
is very
really
nice of him. He said he
Yeah.
was
Your
talking
future
about
father-in-law
he was talking
actually
about
said
going
I
to
should
Texas
give you the Miata.
to get you something.
Oh, I would love that Miata. That would
What
be
if
great.
what
Dane.
if you made it famous?
The Miata famous?
Oh, man.
It's
I'm
already
not,
red.
I'm not good at making red cars famous. Let's keep going. So, Efren Aguilera says, when are you guys coming to Chicago and give some training on polishing cars?
What?
I don't know. We'll have to see if it's in the docket for next year.
We haven't really gone to the Midwest.
booked up for the rest of the year, bud. So
I think
This
there's
year's a little rough,
yeah.
but next year
You
there
never
are
know.
opportunities.
I
You never
believe
know.
isn't Chicago the windy city?
it is.
It is.
Mm. Not a big fan of wind.
Oh, but Chicago's awesome. They have all those drawbridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. I dilute it 10 to 1. Make sure you wear a respirator. Make sure you wear gloves. Make sure you wear glasses.
Protective equipment is very.
It's
important.
very harsh. It's very bad for you. But mix it and appropriately. Be safe with it. Wet the car down. Spray acid on the surface. Scrub the surface. Agitate it. Then rinse it off. I try to stay away from the windows as much as possible. The other way you can do it is to wet the surface of the car down, spray it on a towel, and wipe the surface of the paint with it. Obviously, if you can let it sit on the surface, it works a little better than just wiping. But then you do need to clarify that surface. So soap and water, wash. It's a very long process, but it is one of the best for decontaminating the surface of the vehicle and have kind of a fresh, clean slate because then you can do other stuff.
when you absolutely positively got to get rid of those freaking water spots.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of like the nuclear effect. So,
Yeah.
Um,
It only used in case of emergency.
but it's very difficult to master. You got to be able to be very careful with it, and it's harmful. So, I don't recommend it. Brian G, yo Earl, thanks. I don't have it though. I was hoping I could remove it with something I have. Rudy Bennard, I look at you from France. Hey, Rudy,
Hello,
thanks.
man.
We look at you from Idaho.
Hans, Luke, she's calling 911 and asking for an ambulance to save you from making an O&R shower on video.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Yep.
I was doing that.
Yep.
I think.
It always goes that way.
Oh, guys.
Questionable.
Have you guys already talked to Rect Handle today?
We
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he asked if we saw what was written on the.
Well,
And we hadn't.
We didn't see it.
I
You
saw
saw
it
it.
Oh, you
because
got to
I
see
was
it.
out there,
Okay.
and we had a paper delivered up to us because
Okay.
it said the podcast crew,
Oh,
and they knew that was us up here.
very nice.
So they brought the paper to us, and it said soup.
Wow.
He does love saying
Cold-blooded.
that.
That's
Oof.
some
Wow.
stone cold stuff right there. Impressive.
So I just wanted him to know that we
got your
respect-
ball.
Well,
You know
you
what?
make a-
You know what Hadley did?
What?
Hadley ate 2 on her own.
Really?
Normal sized buns.
Oh my!
She
Now,
mowed down
are
2
you
sloppy
doing
joes.
normal sloppy Joe mix?
So I
with
I
turkey
did.
or
So I did
beef?
Angus last night.
80-20?
I did 93.7 Angus,
Whoa.
Oh, so that's
or 90-10 Angus is what
okay.
I did.
So that's
Whoa.
pretty lean.
So that's what I did. I got some Angus, and
Yeah.
then I cooked that up.
Yeah.
Then I got some Manwich thick and hearty, new
Okay.
version.
Okay.
Poured that on,
yeah.
stirred it up. I like to throw a little farm style Tillamook cheese in there, sharp.
There you go.
I do sharp
Yeah.
cheddar. Mix it in.
I never
Absolutely.
had it with cheese.
Let
I
it-
had
let it
sloppy
warm
Joe.
up.
It changes the game.
Love it.
Let it warm up, right? Melt the cheese into it so it's a little more sloppy,
Yeah.
right? Then I get my buns.
Toast them, please.
I don't toast them, Morgan. What I do is I fold them and create a little cup
Yeah.
for the sloppy Joe to fit into. Okay? And I do the top too.
Okay.
Then I put the sloppy Joe mix in, take some cheese. Sharp cheddar, farm style cut Tillamook on
No
top.
way.
Then I
You
take
buy
the bun
name
top,
brand cheese.
stick that bad boy. Morgan, I'm a 39-year-old man. I enjoy cheese.
I
the
do
fullest.
too.
I
So, yeah.
But
also
it's
buy,
expensive.
I also buy
Yeah.
name brand cheese. Tillamook is actually only $1 over store brand.
True.
that
That's-
dollar makes a difference.
See, all this is
So,
well and good,
that's
but
why I
unless
do
you
that.
have the right name for it on the menu, it's not going to work. And I am all about making sure you have a good punny name to go along with it. You call these Tidy Josephs.
So I like
Well,
that.
So
Tidy
this
Jo-
does come out to become a tidy Joseph Dane because my daughter doesn't know how to eat.
Okay.
Okay.
So she just like the first one she just disassembled and then
Yeah.
put it in her
Disassembled.
mouth. The second one I showed her how to hold it. She's like, "Okay, can you cut it in half?" So I cut it in half so she could have 2 pieces. But she
Yeah.
ate 2 pieces.
So it's
she
kind of
ate
like an
2 whole ones.
Uncrustable.
Kind of. I try and make it so it's sealed inside. It's got a
Interesting.
meat pocket inside.
Maybe you could invent that
Yeah,
actually,
so-
and it would be an.
So
it would be
here's
a-
well,
It's an older building.
let's just say Tuesday our power was out in half the building.
It was.
Yes. Luckily, we had things to do that day that you will later find out about and are fun. But
But it was one of those things where we
Oh.
had power out half the building.
2
Uh,
points, Anthony.
The power company had to come out, dig a hole in the middle of our parking lot, pull out a wire that literally had burst into flames
yeah, they said it like it
underground.
blew up or something.
Wow,
Josh
Crazy.
has a picture of it. It's pretty
Underground
crazy.
fire.
that makes me feel safe.
So
It was underground though, so it was like
we were working on
the
that,
So
trying
basically
to
we
get.
don't know what's
well,
going on
we were
under
working
us,
with
ever.
one of the companies to try and get some internet here
Yeah.
yeah.
to our building.
Didn't work out.
There's been a bit of a kerfuffle with that, a kerpluffle, you could say.
It's getting it from where it is over by the street, which is about 200-300 feet away.
Yeah,
to
about 100
here.
yards.
100
Are you
yards? Yeah.
kidding me?
So that's 300 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, any rate, moving on down the line.
All
Hopefully
right.
it's picking up.
All
for
day
you
Anthony
guys.
is sabotaging the stream. Seen him in the car park using their Wi-Fi. That sneaky son of a gun. All right.
Yeah, got to look out for that shady guy in a red Civic.
Ian Musgrove, hey guys, been doing auto body for over 20 years and detailing on the side. I was thinking of changing jobs. I would love to be a rep for a detail company. Any tips on how to make that happen? Ian, attend as many shows as you possibly can. So Mobile Tech, SEMA, all those events. Start hitting like Serum Summit. Hit some of the big detailing events and get to know everybody. Make,
The
you
best
gotta
thing you
become
can
friends
do
with people.
is network.
Yeah,
Meet
network is the
people,
biggest thing and get people to know. So
and they will remember you.
they'll
That's
help you
the
out.
big key.
yeah, that's the easiest way. That's how you know people.
Because when a job does come up, they'll go, "Oh, remember that guy?" And
and,
hopefully you're
and
that
if
guy.
if you do like working for a company or like a company's product, reach out and see. Also, keep your eye on some of the bigger named companies. See if they post jobs off their websites. So I'd go around, hit all of them, add them all up, see. So
Yeah.
Minister of Fresh, hey, I know you guys.
TRC Grand Ambassador.
Yeah, TRC Grand Ambassador. Hey
Yo.
guys, I know you touched on this previously, but any update on swag? You had mentioned doing some new T-shirt designs, and then he said something I assume is a curse word.
Definitely.
all-
If you include the thoroughly scrubbed red leather couch,
He
I'm
just got
sorry,
that.
I just
Greg,
got
he
that.
just got that.
I love my new couch.
Liz
I can't
just
give
broke
it
in her
up.
corner.
Yeah, Liz just got that corner just right. You don't know how many hours it took to get that corner
To
broken
shape,
in. Should he
contour
shape
to
it?
her body.
The
Yeah.
cat never went on the old couch, but the cat actually loves the new couch. So Callie and Sway, the cat,
Wow. So Callie,
Both enjoy the
Sway,
couch.
and Liz.
Yeah.
They just
Well, actually, they come with
it's a
the
big couch.
We want
they
the
just
couch.
hang out on the couch all day for Dane.
Just attached to it.
waiting.
Oh,
That's nice. You get the family sitting there for you when you come home from work
Hmm.
at midnight.
well,
Dane walks in the door and they're all asleep.
I work a lot.
Yeah.
Hans closes it.
You're
Focus
you're
RS.
so
it's her special
horrible.
power. Smiley face. Luke Berge. I'm out of high-speed data.
Oh,
sorry, dude.
Luke.
Daniel Sandagizi.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna
Zikwi. Hey, I got the new IK Foamer Pro 2. How do I dilute? Breakbuster 4-1 in the new bigger container.
I think it's
What's the
Sandazeki.
best filter to use for the wheels? All right, so 4-1 is very simple. Take the ounces on the Foam Pro 2 and divide them by 5. And that'll give you how many ounces of Breakbuster to put in. That's it. And then best filter to use for the wheels, whatever you feel like, man. Swap them out. Check it out. All right, Luke Berge, any suggestions on how to justify buying a Miata when you just bought a truck and don't have a full-time job? Sell the truck
If,
and get the Miata and then pay for
If
shipping.
I recall correctly, your truck is rather large. The Miata could almost fit in the bed of that
Oh, you
thing.
could just drive the truck down here, Luke, and pick up the car. So
There you go. By the way, the Miata's not that expensive to whoever's interested. Just saying. Beta Addict. Oh, Levi. The little filter puck thing on the IK9 actually helps to foam the solution. When I removed it from the nozzle, it didn't.
hey, we will
too.
come to Wisconsin.
Hmm.
Luke Berge, anyone else having issues with the live being glitchy? Jason Davis said a curse
Sorry,
word.
man.
Focus RS says, yes, it's glitchy on my phone, data, and home internet. Sad face. Jason says, yeah, I am, Luke, still. Adam Thurman says, yes. I've IM'd and texted Dane and Levi trying to get their attention saying, yo, it's bad. Haha. Yeah, we know, Adam.
We
you
can't
texted
control
me.
it from here. I'm sorry.
Beta Addict, gotta run early. Giant Office Barbecue. We'll tune in to listen on the rest of the podcast. Have a wonderful weekend, and everyone enjoy the extra day off. Thanks, man.
A
Appreciate
giant
it.
Nice.
office barbecue.
Enjoy
That's
it.
nice.
What kind of giant offices are there?
I don't know, but it sounds like they're going to be barbecuing in
It's
the
an office of giants.
Yeah.
Adam Thurman says, wah,
Or maybe they
wah.
just play for a New York football
Brian
team.
G. Luke Berge, yeah, it skipped in the section that my question was in. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
Oh.
We answered it, though. Hans, dang, Anthony, trying to get fat before the wedding? That's a
No, it's
huge bag.
Absolutely not. I am literally
called
trying
skinny
I'm
pop,
trying
Hans.
to do the opposite. The more skinny pop I eat, the skinnier I
That's
get.
not
Well, if
how
you knew
that
that,
works.
that's how it works.
It's literally that's what it means.
How do you
For the
think we
fine
keep
print,
these
Dane.
figures,
He's
Dane?
just going to turn it into fat pop. Okay, so
Oh my God.
not
Brian
true.
G. At
Dane,
Luke
it's
Berge. Yeah.
Eating hamburgers
it's
every
good. Oh,
night.
we
That
were
gets
already
you
there.
fatter.
Dang it. Okay.
Ooh.
Point taken.
You know
point
my
made.
favorite thing to do? Fill my belly with ice cream right before bedtime.
You do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that every night.
That
do.
sounds
You
like
do.
my worst nightmare.
It's one of the greatest things in my life, next to my wife
So-
and children.
What's it like
Um,
to not be lactose intolerant?
It's wonderful.
So one of my favorite
Truly a
things
miracle from heaven.
was walking on the beach eating a cone with delicious honeydew. Was it honeydew or
It
was
was
it cantaloupe?
You had cantaloupe.
What
yeah.
color was it?
It was
flavored
cantaloupe.
ice cream,
That was
orange.
gross, but I'm glad you
Orange.
No,
enjoyed
it was
That's cantaloupe.
delicious. I will vouch for that.
Honeydew
I
is
mean, it's
green.
one of like the lame melons that are out there, but in ice cream form, it was
What?
actually really
I don't
good.
think
Cantaloupe is a
a
great-
lame.
it's
I
a
think
great melon.
honeydew is a lame melon.
No, it's not.
I like
Honeydew
both
is a
those. I
very
like
lame
both those
melon.
melons, just not as an ice cream flavor.
I think
was
they
an
live,
awesome hot
they
day
live
ice cream
in the
flavor.
shadow of a watermelon.
And leave just unfortunately one of those days when it's not working as good as it could potentially work.
Yeah.
So we're
Just
trying, man.
encourage it.
Yeah.
Send nice
So
words.
Rectangle says, let's see where we at. Luke Berge says, I'm actually sure I'm at a high speed data. Yep. Rectangle says Morgan is interested in the Miata. I reckon.
No.
Morgan, no.
She
What's
is
that noise?
M3s all the way.
Did you guys hear that? It sound like a bird.
I think it was a ghost.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Well,
All right. Luke Berge, I'm not great with geography, but I don't think Boise is down from Pennsylvania. I don't know what that's in reference to, Luke. I think when I said come on
Oh.
down.
I think, well, yeah, he took you literally, I guess. Driving over, picking up the Miata.
Yeah. Focus RS says, Luke, the earth is flat. Of course it's not down. Luke, I still haven't gotten my TRC Luke
Don't
business
fall off.
cards.
Wait, what?
Venom
All
966. Hey guys, almost missed it. I probably missed a good chunk though.
Hang
Luke
up,
Berge,
Dane.
cantaloupe is better than honeydew. Hans, Mickey D has Stroopwafels ice cream. Just saying. I know Hans, and I haven't tried it yet, so
Oh,
I'd like to. Tim, can we get some scrolling action? Adam
That's,
Thurman again with
that's
the
a lot of them.
No.
Texas.
We are at
Peeps
the
be complaining
bottom.
about live broadcast bandwidth. Just trying to help. Haha, I hate bugging you guys while on air. Please don't feel that way, Adam. We love
Adam, it's
having
okay
you.
to send us stuff. If
Yeah.
something's weird, you let us know. We
We appreciate it.
that.
It means a lot. So we're at the bottom now. So
Yeah.
Brian G says, see y'all later. Don't know what's going on, but guess I'll have to wait till this comes out on a podcast. Have a great weekend. Going to see my fiance for Labor Day.
Woo!
Yay. Brian, have
Right.
fun.
Yeah, have a
So
good one.
I want to say thanks, guys, for coming out for
Yeah.
this live Q&A
Well.
that nobody can watch because it's very spotty.
Oh,
That is
Really
unfortunate.
appreciate it. It's what we can do.
It's because Iron Brew it didn't sponsor us.
see,
Well,
I'm gonna lay out a little.
If you guys
something
have problems,
for
you just
y'all.
call on Yoshi. He's the one that sponsored this.
Okay,
podcast.
Put this way, for anybody who's afraid they're missing it,
Hans just saw my belly button, Dane.
that's great. Okay. Mm.
And I said, so do you only do good things when she's watching you? And he goes, yeah. It's the only way to get points.
Ho, ho, ho. He's doing the
figured out
right
how
things for
life
the wrong
works.
reasons.
He's already
Oh,
figured that
man.
out.
That's
So-
sharp though. That's sharp for a
He's-
kid his
he's
age to be
watching
able to
that, he's
figure
like,
that out.
I'm going to get me some points if I can do this. So look out. He's either going to be a multimillionaire
Or a
he's going to
total
be in jail.
psychopath. Though we'll just find
one
out.
Of the, one of the two. So,
Okay.
Drinking, and I hope he enjoys his Diet Dr. Pepper.
He's definitely going to jail.
Diet Pepper's just fine. Diet Pepper
Diet
is awesome.
pepper. I just eat black pepper.
Whoa.
So Luke wants to know what happened to comments of the week.
Wait, you missed.
Oh,
the
no.
best one.
Yeah.
That's for the after hours Q&A starring Dane G. Davis and the Christmas tree.
Oh my
My
God. Oh no.
Oh, that's
Christmas tree
awesome.
does have a voice.
Yeah. Luke Berge, what happened to comments of the week? Focus RS. Dane explains buffering with buffering. Now that's meta.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Hans, not creepy, Luke, just Dutch.
So
Um,
Dutch
so-
is just interchangeable with creepy
Yeah,
now.
Sure. So I was going to say, do you guys remember that podcast we did in Seattle from our hotel room?
Oh man, yeah.
And we were Anthony and I were laying in our beds.
And I was sitting in a chair
was
between them
sitting in a
because it's
chair
the only way to
between
fit
us.
in the frame.
That was an awkward podcast.
That was. But you know what? We do it for you because we love
It's
you.
one of those
guys,
ones where I
so.
realized I probably shouldn't keep picking up my legs.
Well, you probably
my
got to
knees up.
watch like your shorts. It's kind of like
Well,
with a
No, I had the blanket on and I kept putting my knees up on the bed.
God.
And so I had like a wall over my my chin.
So here's the deal with that.
We're all
podcast.
12 years old. This is just bad.
Me and
Call the
me and
cops.
Levi,
we're
ready
exhausted.
we're ready to go to bed.
we were
Yeah.
exhausted.
We're literally in our bed.
And then I insisted
we hear a knock on the door,
we have to.
and then Dane walks in, holding all these wires and cables and all these cameras. And I'm like, "What are you doing, Dane?" He's like, "I'm here to record the podcast." I'm like, "Dane, we're so tired." And he's like, "We have to."
Truly amazing to
Yep.
be able to be in
laying in a very
a relaxed state.
Like I don't have the.
You were in a seductive.
It was a very seductive.
I had a
position.
That was the
tripod
hotel?
set up, and it would not go any higher than that. So unfortunately, the angle was just a little.
And
that
the
wasn't-
best
that
part,
wasn't the
the
only
best part
tripod
was,
of the night.
remember we kept trying to catch the try and get the robot to come up to our room.
Oh
That
yeah.
was the hotel
Okay,
with
you
the
need to
robot.
explain because that just sounds strange.
We had a robot in our hotel that would bring us water. if
That
we
would
needed,
service you, and if you need it in your room,
with water and toiletries.
and other things
I don't think it was other things.
from,
I think it was
from the
just
concession stand.
For normal
oh, yeah,
residents
snacks,
of the hotel,
things
it,
of that nature.
it merely
sure.
brought you
Can you
things
give me
you
my
asked
pencil
for.
pouch?
She's gonna beat you with it.
So, Tim, is that at the bottom still?
Yeah, that is the bottom.
Awesome.
I think it's just because the signal.
G. Davis, we're glad to have you here. Hopefully, you're actually getting a good signal. We would love that.
It's looking okay on
Luke
my
says,
phone,
"How Dutch
so-
does Dutch needs to be because great grandfather was Dutch, but that's because Luke lives in Pennsylvania.
Oh man.
That's what they're known for, Pennsylvania Dutch." So, what are you guys' plans for 4th of July? Oh, I'm sorry, Labor Day weekend.
I was saying, wait.
You guys want to play telephone?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So, Labor Day weekend, what are you doing? What are you going to do this weekend? You got 3 whole days to take off, Dane.
I'm actually spending it with family who came in from out of town.
Oh, very
So,
nice. Yeah.
gonna be
Your
hanging out.
cousin
Yes.
in town with his twins.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
going to be fun. Your parents get to play with their fake grandbabies.
I mean, they count.
But, yep.
They count.
They, I believe they have achieved a higher status than you yourself has in the family hierarchy now.
Well, that's
according to your
only
mom.
that's only
So-
if you take babies serious.
Well, it's like when like a prince, the heir to the throne, doesn't procreate into that last
Well, there's
time.
probably some of the same stars.
Yeah, but you could see the Milky Way.
That's what I
don't know if
want.
you've ever seen that, but it's
No.
pretty awesome.
Do you have to bring like telescopes and
Right
stuff?
when I was in Stanley, I saw it one year, and I didn't have telescopes or anything like that. I
Huh.
just looked up, and it was right there, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I grabbed my sisters and my
Wow.
wife, and
Well,
like
we've
the
kind
Milky
of
Way's right
really
there.
ruined the Earth since then. So
this was just like a few years ago when I saw the Milky
Oh,
Way, so it hasn't been that bad.
a
The
ghost.
heck,
Someone just knocked over my berries.
your berries fell. So yeah, no, that's gonna be rad. Have you ever been out to Bruno?
Yeah,
Okay.
but not
Are
like
you going with the folks or with Brandon or?
probably with Brandon.
Nice. That'll be a good, fun little drive.
Yeah, and
road
then my
trip
dad's birthday is September 3rd, so I don't know if we're doing any sort of celebrating
this weekend or
this
something.
weekend or what the plan is. Other than that, I did buy my mom a floating shelf,
Nice.
so I'm gonna help her hang that up,
Nice. That'll be good.
and we're gonna decorate the bathroom.
Cool.
She's having some guests come
Ah,
and stay at the house, so
she needs to
we'll,
make that
we'll be
place
doing
look-
some decorating.
Yeah, she's got to make that place
Oh,
tip top.
they're back. They're back.
Update.
So, Anthony, what are you doing for your weekend?
Well,
Dane's going to be working all weekend.
I am going to be doing getting the last of the wedding stuff together.
What do you
and
got left? Other than the Sloppy Joe mix,
Uh,
get that figured
building the rest of the bar and doing some other stuff.
out. You're building a bar
bar top, yeah. And so
that you're transporting. Is this going on top of the Miata? I mean, the Evo?
yes. But
So-
we'll get to that later. But
Wait,
Dane,
are
Dane-
you guys gonna
Dane,
drive the Evo?
We have a quick update from Dane.
Can we
here.
put Oreos
Yes.
on it?
So I have some notes for us all, which is basically making an executive decision to cut this Q&A short. Unfortunately, for those watching, I know you really enjoy being here. Our viewership, due to the internet connection, is just not going great right now. We don't want to give you a subpar experience.
Look at our mains in there.
So I know
Oh,
we got the mains.
geez.
It's great. But if we stretch this out and it's just like a really, really like garbage
Nice. It'll be nice.
at the rate things are going, so expect to see that. But until then, you're just going to have to be patient.
So, G. Davis says, Das Mountain Few. Luke Berge, Anthony, I'm still waiting for my wedding invite.
A lot of people are.
Hans, we have Mountain Deuce here, yeah, so Luke won't
That's
die
funny.
just yet. Focus RS is Luke, just attend Wedding Crasher style. Luke Berge says, oh, thank God. So, Luke, it's at a park, so you can just show up, just so you know. I'm planning on Friday night when we go. OG Davis sent in a text. Hold up. I got to read this.
Very
I will
important.
save Mom's wonderful Dane joke for next week. Thank you,
Yes,
Greg.
save
I
it for when
appreciate
we
that.
can all hear
Yeah,
it.
We need a bigger audience.
yeah. So,
Who doesn't?
what I was going to say is, so I know we've got friends coming in from all over the world for your nuptials. And two of them aren't going to be able to stay
Yeah.
prior. So we talked about perhaps going to dinner the night before together, before your wedding.
Yeah.
And you said something about like you would love to, but you have to bring all your family with you. So my plan is we're going to have dinner at the same restaurant.
Yeah.
Just in different areas.
Yeah.
But this way they could come up, say hi to you, give you a hug, wish you well, meet your future bride,
Mhm.
perhaps give you guys a blessing of some sort for your wedding,
Repair my leather.
and prepare your leather, supple,
No.
conditioned.
Oof.
But here's what I'm going to do. So we'll do dinner that night, Friday night, over at my house.
'Kay.
I'm going to take the boys and let them ride some bikes.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking perhaps a tandem. I've got
Very
two of them.
A four-way.
I've got I've got two tandems and
4 men.
4 other bikes, so 8 people could ride at once. If
I
you
have a
want to.
beach cruiser.
There you go. So